And we're getting there. And now we are on live on all four channels. Welcome, welcome, and a happy first day. I am so thrilled to be here. Yet another first day live masterclass. As last week, I was bumping and jumping with happiness, and actually when I woke up this morning, it was just that I got this kick that, wow, it's Thursday. I'm gonna connect with you. And I'm even so proud to have a very important and special topic for you today. So I'm just flowing and jumping. So welcome to yet another hopefully inspiring and insightful session. My name is Camilla Kalberg, for those who don't know me, and welcome to my channel if you're new on this channel. I go live to teach tools that help me transform my life and the life of my daughter. And I teach the tools I share with you, also share with my clients. And I'm really here to help you wherever you are in your life journey, wherever you are in your divorce journey, to get a better life. Because there is happiness. You can tap into happiness. And if you're unsure if that is actually possible, look at me, because I'm actually thriving now. And that's because I used the tools. So that was a short introduction. I am divorce coach, in case you don't know my role. When you're on, and if you watch this live, send me a wave, a heart, or a comment. I love engagements, because there's nothing that is right and wrong. There's only I share what I know to be true and what helps transform lives. So if you have any questions, or if you had any reflections, or you have different perspective, by all means share. And if you were watching the replay and you have a reflection, share that with me as well in a direct message. I will love to connect with you. All right, and then we just look at my notes. I know what we're going to talk about today. We are going to talk about the fear of the unknown. And it's such an important topic. The fear of the unknown has a lot of consequences if you don't start to learn to embrace the unknown. Hey, we have a wonderful friend of mine. Hi, daughter. Welcome. The fear of the unknown. The fear of the unknown can show up in different settings, in different situations. A job, whether you're going to take a different important decision at home, at work, wherever you are going to make a decision, whether you are frightened of what's going to happen next. I'm going to share again some my own stories, my own examples of how fear showed up and how it actually victimized in moving forward. So take what I share with and embrace that, and see if you can actually resonate if that speaks to you. The reason why I bring up the fear of the unknown and why it's important to embrace it is that it procrastinates you from making the decision that is actually important for you to make, right? Several years ago, when I was in my relationship, I wanted so much to file for divorce, but I feared of the reaction. I feared of the reaction of how my partner would react. And I was even fearing more. And now a good friend of my daughter's, daughter, some of this. I so much was afraid of what was coming next. And because of that fear of the unknown, it led me to stay in the environment, not to accept, but to tolerate the situation for 2 years. And because I tolerated the environment, and I was afraid to embrace the unknown, I ruined my life. And I not only ruined my life, I also ruined the life and the quality of my daughter's life. And how could that happen? Or why is that so? Well, what happened to me was, I would say I paid a big price. I started to lose my hair. I could simply, I told her a few times, but I was so afraid of the situation and what was going to come that I could literally pull out my hair. It's coming back now. I don't know this on camera, but it's like, it's coming back now because I'm in balance, but I could pull out the hair. Another thing was each evening when I was going to bed at the exact same time when I was brushing my teeth, my body started to react. I got my eyes tickling I was sometimes so in pain that I put my eyes up. I took my glasses off and I just put my hands up to calm and get peace. I I so I was so afraid to go to bed and be in bed with my partner, and that was really terrible. I didn't at that point in time know that I was afraid of fearing the unknown, but I was so much in pain. I had migraine every day, and I had facial pain. You know the facial pain here in your chokes, but I was so in pain. I didn't know my body was telling me something at that point in time. I didn't know what my body was telling me. I had a coach saying, Camilla, ask yourself what your body is telling you. And actually, it was just a long time, many years, I would say not many years, but a long time after actually, that I now start to realize that I was afraid of the unknown. And it was coming up of him emerging as I was having some client conversation last week, where they were also afraid of the unknown. And it's typical, but if you are listening to this, oh, that's a cat. And so you are not the only one fearing the unknown. The fact is, though, that we don't know the consequences if we don't fear the unknown. So here is how I got out of it. Um, when I was losing my hair, I think I told it a few times, but I was calling my doctor, my GP, and I thought I had cancer. And I called her and said, well, I'm losing my hair. Do I have cancer? And she asked me, hey, Camilla, how's your family environment? That was the first question she asked. And I told her. And she said, Camilla, you don't have cancer. It's a situation you are in. And I was so shocked. I told you a few times already, but I can even feel now my body reacting. I was so shocked that I have conditioned myself to be a victim of the environment I've been in. And because of that, it had so big consequences of my physical, mental, and emotional well-being. So I had to look at myself in the mirror, literally looking myself in the mirror and telling, okay, either I'm ruining my life and my life of my daughter, or I'm actually going to stop fearing the unknown. And I knew at that point in time, I had no plan B. I know, like, came to a crossroad in my life. I had to make a decision. I had to make a decision. So I said, okay, I'm going into the unknown. I'm stepping into the unknown. And when I took that decision, things went so fast, really fast. Within a week, I had planned, I had reached how I want to break the news about the divorce. I called our therapist. I booked an appointment. It was I think it was 8:30 at night. Um, I involved my sister, and she was going to pick up our daughter. And when I told her that what the message was I was going to deliver in this therapy session, we made a plan, and she was taking my daughter to shelter. My ex didn't know that, but that was to protect my daughter. So she was not at home when my partner and I was coming home from this therapy session, because most likely, and that was why I was also fearing the unknown, I was so afraid of how he would react. And that was the reason why I procrastinated the divorce for 2 years. So shelter for my daughter was in place. I had booked a time when I was going to break the news. And I lined up with my coach and I said, and some of you know, but I said, dear Rita, I ask you, can I call you when we are out of this therapy session? I'm going to tell that this is stop. And she said yes. And so I had my security network up and running, and that made me so comfortable. Even though I didn't know what was coming, I knew that I have a structure in place. I knew that I had a structure in place, and it was then so easy for me to step into the unknown and embrace it. And because and that's why I wanted to share, at the moment I took control and said, no more want to be a victim of how he wants me to show up, of being afraid of how he wants me to show up, or not afraid how he would react when I would share something. I no longer want to be a victim of that. It just changed my life. It changed my life. And I decided to say, okay, what kind of mom would I want to become? I want to become a mom where I could shine every day, where I could give my daughter a peaceful and a harmonious family environment, and where she could actually thrive. So I had no other choice but embracing the unknown. And that's again why it's so important for me to share this, because everywhere in life we probably procrastinate decisions because we are afraid of the unknown. But actually what I've learned is that the unknown is the future, right? It is the future. And the best way we can create is the best way to embrace the future is to create it rather than let other people create it for us. And that was a penny. I said, okay, I'm going to create my future. Nobody else is going to create my future but myself. And that made such a difference on how I showed up. And I was just sitting here looking at my notes. I said it was just a so powerful experience. And the few people that were around me just knew that I suddenly had everything in order. Like I'm coming from I would call it spaghetti world that was so chaotic and I didn't know how to navigate. And suddenly I knew, all right, I know what to do. And I just stepped into control. And let me just pause, because then my different daughter, oh, you look beautiful. Oh, thank you, my sweetie. And I can only imagine how fearful you were. Oh, yeah. And Tony, I also been calling you. But it was so terrible. It's not terrible, but was so afraid. But the fact that you were embracing the unknown just really got me into a much better place. And if I just weaving this on, because the embracing the unknown, when you're going through a terrible divorce and when you want to exit a relationship that doesn't serve you, that can cause some friction, and it can cause some anxiety in you. And I would also say that people had come, our psychologists have said, oh, it will take a long time for you and for your daughter to heal. I can just say the moment I stepped into the unknown and the moment I embraced it, the magic changed. The magic happened, and I keep stepping into the unknown because the future, right, is the unknown, and I keep creating my future. And here's what I want to share with you. As I have grown as a person, as I have developed as a person, as I have transformed to a new version of myself, my daughter's my daughter healing her trauma over the last couple of weeks has been absolutely magnificent and so powerful. Before Christmas, people around us supporting us said, wow, what have you done, Camilla? Because you don't need support anymore. But now my daughter is stepping so much into the unknown that she was afraid of for long time. She has made quantum leaps over the last 2 weeks. And why is that so? That's only here for me to guess. But as I have started to really embrace the unknown and create my future and create our future, that has given me peace in mind and a body and mind in balance. And that has paved the way for my daughter to just jump on the train. And she just embraces the unknown. And that's just want to give you one example. She's now started singing in the choir. First time was last Tuesday, and she was a bit unsure about this, and she wanted me by her side. When we came home, she found there was a really joy, and was singing in the car. And then Wednesday last week, she said to me, "Mommy, you don't no longer have to be with me in the I don't know what we call it, in the room where we sing. You can just sit outside with the parents." Those of you who know me and you know our story and you know how Elizabeth Sophia has been, now I dropped her name, this is a quantum leap of healing a trauma. And I just want to say that that's why it's so important for you as a mom, as an adult, to learn to befriend with the unknown. Because when you start to befriend with the unknown and you have children, you will see your children thrive more and more than you had ever expected. So I hope that was some inspiration why it's so important to embrace the unknown. And if you're going through divorce right now, keep embracing the unknown because you're creating the future. And I was reaching out to a few women were reaching out to me over the last couple of days saying they were about to file for divorce. So embrace the unknown because you're about to create your future. Isn't that amazing? Rather than be afraid, just think about what you get to create, right? Just about to think what you're about to create. So I know I wasn't there when I was filing for divorce, but I just want to say that it's magic what will happen when you're embracing the unknown. And what does Dory say? Is the unknown also unknown because we do not understand it yet? Oh, that is a good question, Dorothy. Is the unknown also unknown because we don't understand it yet? Yes, I think the unknown, as far as I see it, is the future, because that is what is unknown. What is known is what we have today. It's our current situation. So the unknown is something that is not what we are used to have. So I think that's hopefully that resonates with you, Dorothy, as well, right? It's the unknown because if it's known, that is as is. But we know that if the as is doesn't support us, we're gonna change it and we're gonna step into the unknown. So I think we are in alignment there, Dorothy. But here, what I want to share or tell, what I know to be true, is that we can only create a new version of our life, a new reality, if we dare to step into the unknown. If we stay stuck in the known, that is what we know, we're not going to change life. We're not going to change life. And so if you suffer, you gotta step into the unknown. You gotta embrace the unknown. And as long as you have tools, you're gonna love embracing the unknown. And just another one for Dorte. Just think about how much courage that required. You are a big inspiration and role model for many women out there. Oh, you are so sweet. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And I don't, you're so right. And thanks so much for pointing that out. Because what I share is that I see the pain, my stories, I have learned a lot the hard way. And I'm here to share what I've learned and how you can jump even further on and make quantum leaps. And that's actually why I do this live to share. And yes, it does take courage, be curious. But hopefully, let's spin it and say, you are to create your life. Isn't that so beautiful? And isn't that just so amazing? Good feeling, but I'm going to create my life. Woo! Sorry, I just couldn't stop. But wow, had I thought about that energy, how would I just have jumped into that, right? Anyway, so I can just feel, but that's why when you work with someone who's been there, and when you are kind of stuck in the known, then just tap out to someone who knows how to get into the unknown and thrive in the unknown. And that will be, you will love it. And then other one, lovely, we're going to do a live together, Dorte, soon. Is unknown and ignorance the same? Boom. I would say the unknown that's a really good question. To me, the unknown is what we do not know. So that is the future. But ignorance, it's about maybe ignoring that what we really, I would say here, ignorance is ignoring what we really want. What we really want, and what ignoring or neglecting, maybe even better, how we truly feel. And so we ignore or we neglect to take an important decision when we fear the unknown. I hope that makes sense. At least that's how I see it. So we ignore or we neglect to step into the unknown because the known is better. But we procrastinate and we ruin our own lives by just accepting. This is not accepting. We tolerate what is now. We tolerate that. And that's a big difference between tolerating and accepting. You tolerate, but then you think about it and it really drains you from energy. But if you accept something, you just accept it and you thrive on and just feel happy, right? And that just leaves your mind. So I think this is really good about the known and unknown and ignorance about it. It's your inner values and how true you actually know how you feel. Ignoring yourself and knowing your own values. There's a lot of women out there, and probably also men, who don't know their own values. But know your own values, because when you know your own values, I know I'm going maybe a bit off track, but still fearing the unknown. When you know what's important to know, when you know your life values, then you know why some things or situations do not match what you want in life, and why you get angry or why you get sad. It's because something happens which is in conflict with your values. That's why knowing your life values is so important. You are so right. Well, we all create our own stories in life. Yes, we do. We all create our own stories in life. So so just I think this, bonding that back. Know your values in life. Embrace the unknown, embrace the future, because if you don't embrace your future, and you want to live a better life, and the environment that you're in, the partner you're with right now, doesn't serve where you want to go and how you want to live your life, then leave that partner, right? And don't fear how that partner will react, like I did. And go back and listen to this recording if you're unsure about the consequences that I experienced. And I paid a big price for that. And also my daughter paid a big price because I procrastinated the divorce. So rather than fearing the unknown, embracing the unknown and start creating your future. Start creating your future. That's the best that can happen, right? So I'm thriving right now in this. It's so important, and we're just getting it out there. So that's what I had prepared for today. I just want to ask Dorte, as you're still here, Dorte, any other input or questions before I just wrap up? Let's see if Dorte is showing up. I can't see if Dorte is texting, and she may, but maybe Dorte is popping up. Otherwise, I will say thank you so much for jumping on to either live or replay. And I announced last week, and I'm going to announce it today, I am launching a conference. It will be an amazing conference. The conference called Happiness is Real: How to Thrive Before, During, and After Divorce. It's on stage. It's live on Zoom, the 19th of February, 10 a.m. Eastern Time, 4 p.m. Copenhagen, Berlin time. I hope that the registration site will be out and live tomorrow. We had some challenges with the payment solution or the payment window, but I think we're getting there. And if you want to experience or get tools on how to thrive before, during, and after divorce, and maybe you don't look for divorce, or you don't want to divorce, right? But if you want to be inspired with some amazing seven-figure coaches, and if you're one of those women, even though you're in a happy marriage, who are how do you say that in English? Where you share your money, where you have a financial codependence, right? Then this event may be for you, because I have also lined up with a financial investor, not a financial investor, a financial advisor, and she's gonna talk about why it's so important for women to have your own funds. There are so many women who don't have their own funds, and that's what we call financial abuse. Financial abuse shows up when actually the man works long hours and makes most of the money, but when there is a divorce, the man takes most of the money, and then the woman is here being a victim. I've seen and heard so many cases of that, financial abuse. So if you want to learn more about what financial abuse is and what to do not to end up as a financial victim, right, then this conference will be for you. And just maybe you want to just tap in and see some of these, meet some of these amazing, extraordinary women, then this conference is going to be for you as well. It's for women only, because I'm here to serve women and help you thrive and get the best out of your life and create an even better and more fuller life. So, but that was I just wanted to drop that. The 19th of February at 10 a.m. Eastern time. So with that, I want to close it for now. Thank you so much for tapping in, wherever you are, on Instagram or on Facebook, YouTube, or LinkedIn. I love you all. Thank you so much for your engagement. Thank you so much for all the comments I've received last week. It was absolutely amazing to receive so many comments and hear how it resonated with what I broadcasted. I'll go live again next Thursday. And well, stay safe and happy Thursday, and speak soon. Bye for now.